Hi, Sarah. So I have just finished my first week of college, and I'm going to tell you about all that has happened. So this will probably wind up being a really long video. But first off, my classes. This semester I am taking oral interpretations, the counterculture, lectures on women, sex, and gender, bio, and everyday philosophy. Okay, so oral interpretations is a literature class that where we perform pieces of literature. We'll perform a short story, we'll perform some poems, and we'll also perform, I think, possibly drama, but it's not like acting, it's like almost storytelling, and it's really interesting. It seems pretty interesting. I just really hope that when we have to do like partners and stuff, I get paired up with someone who's equally as interested. My counterculture class, teacher's amazing. She's probably the biggest deadhead I've ever met. Within the first 5 minutes of class, she already cussed twice. She toured for about 10 years with the Grateful Dead, and she admitted to her entire class that she'd done LSD. Oh, and in the second class, we actually read an excerpt from East of Eden, which is my favorite book ever, as you know, Sarah. Yeah. So I was freaking out. And then lectures on women, sex, and gender is a kind of different class. It's like on Tuesdays we'll talk about the lecture that we heard on the previous Thursday, and then every Thursday we'll hear a traveling lecturer speak about women's issues, gender issues. I assume at least one of the lectures will be on sex. So that's really interesting. I didn't like our first lecture. I felt like a lot of what she was saying was really disjointed. But next week we're actually going to listen to a woman talk about women on death row, and also about race issues with the the death penalty, and how many appeals someone gets, what dictates what appeals they get, what dictates the death penalty, stuff like that. So I will tell you about that once I hear about it, because it sounds super interesting. Okay, and then my bio class, the teacher reminds me a lot of Mr. Dickerson, which is a really good thing. We spent like the entire class today talking about leprechauns. Don't know what that has to do with bio, but we did. And then I had philosophy, and in my philosophy class we're actually going to be reading The Watchmen later, which will be exciting. Today we're reading Murders on the Rue Morgue, and it was an orangutan. Who knew? So yeah, those are my classes. I really, really like them, and yeah. Okay, so I'm filming this actually on Monday. What else about college? I really like my roommate. There's my roommate. And I went to a hookah bar over the weekend and passed out. Didn't know you could do that. Didn't know that that could actually happen, but it does. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be going back. Don't think that's really my thing. So yeah, I think for Wednesday's video I'm going to do my likes and dislikes of college thus far, if I can talk right. So Sarah, I love you a lot. I miss you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. And Sarah, your trivia question of the day is, who was the last woman to be put to death in North Carolina?